Nia Long is at long last talking more about her miscreant ex Udoka, and the amount of a jokester he was, and honey on the off chance that the roads are anything to go by ye, is unsettled that she is as yet discussing him. It's the most ideal boldness for me in the event that you don't believe individuals should believe that you're a comedian, perhaps don't do jokester stuff. So Nia Long is of late plumped down to do a kind of interview with rapper Jeezy, and the two of them dove deep into discusses how life has been in the recent months for them. They have both gone through separations, with Jeezy Fing first separate from his significant other, Ime, a long time prior. While that caused something of an outrage, it was no place near the embarrassment that happened last year when we figured out that he may have been undermining Nia. It was insane on the grounds that might you at any point even envision undermining the Nia Long. The insane part about this is that E realized that he was going to get uncovered for cheating. Yet he actually didn't tell Nia as late as possible, and he pushbacked her as well as their child too. Nia learned about it alongside most of us when the Boston Celtics put out an announcement discussing how they were suspending him for having numerous illicit relationships with individuals from the staff of the club. They said the Boston Celtics reported today that the group has suspended lead trainer Ime Udoke for the 2022-23 season for infringement of group approaches of choice about his future. With the Celtics pass this season will be made sometime in the not-too-distant future, the suspension produces results promptly. An insider likewise took to Twitter to uncover that E had been cautioned on no less than one event. Ime Udoke had associations with not one yet two staff individuals. One erased all virtual entertainment accounts, different has switched off remarks on IG. Both wedded. One was truly hitched to a senior VP in Celtics Association who needed 1 year suspension. Celtics advised him to stop on no less than one event. Ime Udoke didn't take the association's recommendation, so he had undermined Nia on various occasions. And that is only ones we realized about. Like I said, he realized that he planned to get uncovered freely, yet he actually left well enough alone from Nia. And in addition to that, yet he additionally watched while Nia removed, as long as she can remember, from LA, and moved to Boston since she needed their family to at long last be together. Without the distance, her profession implied that she must be in love more often than not, yet she was able to zero in on her relationship, regardless of whether it implied that she must be away from the core of the business. And keeping in mind that she was making arrangements, E waited patiently, realizing that he was going to engage in a significant embarrassment. And he said nothing. He put out an announcement a couple of days subsequent to getting uncovered, where he said, "I need to apologize to our players, fans, the whole Celtics Association, and my family for letting them down. I'm upset for placing the group in this tough spot, and I acknowledge the group's choice, keeping in mind everybody included. I have no further remark." Nia additionally gave an assertion to TMZ, saying the generous flood of affection and backing for my family, companions, and the local area during this troublesome time implies such a huge amount to me. I ask that my protection be regarded as I process the new occasion. Overall, I'm a mother and will keep on zeroing in on my kids. Was so wounded by the circumstance and disloyalty. And she focused on this in a meeting where she said, "I, in a real sense, felt like my heart had leaped out of my body. I returned home to be with my child, and that was generally critical to me since he was not making some simple memories. I think the most unfortunate thing, pretty much, this was all seeing my child's face. When the Boston Celtics Association chose to unveil what is happening, it was obliterating. It actually is. He actually has his minutes where it's difficult for him. Nobody from the Celtics or association has even called to check whether I'm okay, to check whether my youngsters are okay. It's extremely frustrating." Grade A appears to have recovered financially in light of the fact that he declared that he had gotten another position. And he did that entire discussion about how he has developed as an individual, how he has changed, and everything that he expressed. I put out an announcement months prior when everything occurred and apologized to a many individuals for the intense position I put them in. I spent this keep going slow time of year, chipping away at myself in a variety of ways working on in regions. And it allowed me an opportunity to sit back, reflect, and develop. Now, with this you would imagine that the least he could do was be pleasant to Nia, right? I mean, he had put her through a lot of public mocking and embarrassment, so the least he could do was basically get along and afterward attempt to keep a co-nurturing relationship for their minor child, right? Well, no, after the outrage, Nia unloaded Ime, loaded her things, and moved back to LA with their child. We didn't hear from them for some time, so we felt that they were great. And he was acting right well. That was until Nia hauled him to court, requesting prime AR actual guardianship of their child Cass, guaranteeing that respondent is the youngster's parent, and has neglected to help the kids. What Thies is implied was that he had quit supporting their child since Mia said a final farewell to him. And miserable as it sounds, it's truly not too unprecedented for men to quit supporting their children at whatever point they say a final farewell to their mothers. We witness it a ton of the time. And it sucks that Nia needed to manage him being a deadbeat on top of the things that he put her through, and amazingly, she didn't carry on or attempt to utilize their child against him. I mean, sure, she requested actual essential and legitimate care, yet she likewise requested that the courts let A have as much appearance time as he needed, so she wasn't being a harsh child mom. Well, it seems as though she at long last recuperated from the injury of that relationship, since she is at last talking about it exhaustively. She had a plump down interview with Jeezy, and she got serious about her separation exhaustively. Now, I couldn't say whether this is on the grounds that a ton of time has elapsed since the separation, or on the other hand on the off chance that she just felt over with Jeezy, since the two of them had gone through exactly the same thing. Yet she truly opened up and uncovered E for being a class 1 jokester. She uncovered that the separation from A was something of a reminder for her. You realize I had a truly unpublic separation as of late. It was a reminder for me in the feeling of like, oh, you will do this all alone, and you will be fine, and you won't stress over what anybody thinks and needs to say, 'cause a relationship was rough for quite a while, so 'cause I don't really accept that someone else can split anybody up, right? I don't buy that, right? So she was fundamentally implying that the undertaking that got A terminated was by all accounts not the only issue that he had. And it unquestionably wasn't the first. Again, this accumulates with what the insiders were talking about, how he got different admonitions before he ultimately went excessively far and must be halted. She then indicated that she was thinking about taking he back after he cheated, in light of the fact that she needed to hold her family together, yet her more established child talked a few cents into her and persuaded her to cherish herself more. My more seasoned child saw me attempting to hold the family together, yet I needed to come to where cherishing myself was greater and more significant than saving anyone. Well, on the off chance that you can't, on the off chance that you got to save your headliner in the event that your headliner is struggling the groups, could we not top players at any point? Might we at any point utilize an alternate? Might we at any point say like the best pony in the race? Well, kid, that lady is damaged. She likewise conceded that she actually battles with the treachery. Some of the time, like we, as a whole lot. Do you feel that you're okay? Similar to not what individuals should see and expected to think you. I believe I'm precisely where I should be, which is a few days. I'm similar to absolutely great, and afterward different days. I'm similar to gracious God. This feels like such a lot of work. I feel that and afterward different days. It seems like a lady shouldn't need to be areas of strength for this. I would rather not be areas of strength for this. She likewise communicated how appreciative she was that her fans remained with her toes down, and showed her a ton of help by the way that individuals of color defended me, and how individuals of color resembled goodness. You don't do that to her. I was stunned in light of the fact that I didn't understand that what I had done or what I've done in my vocation, had such a lot of effect. Now you all notice how she didn't make reference to E, or discuss him, or any such thing. Welly is as yet taking a ton of offense at this. Since he feels like Nia is on a mission to raise hell for him, he truly feels like she is purposely attempting to get him hauled by raising the dramatization when everyone has moved past it, as per an insider A has been seething at Nia, guaranteeing he isn't content with Nia. In light of the fact that she isn't allowing the issue to fade away and giving meetings about it, he imagines that she is intentionally attempting to set him up for hauls. Since she is as yet not over the past he got fooled in fans, left remarks like Udoka became perhaps of the most idiotic man in our networks. Moronic these men will see white skin.